It is official. Australian George Kambosos Jr. is gunning to become the first undisputed lightweight champion in the four-belt era, and he will be doing against Devin Haney down under. Kambozos Jr. and his management confirmed the fight at a press conference on Friday, with the fight slated to take place on Sunday, June 5 at around 3 p.m. George Kambosos Jr. vs. Devin Haney Undisputed World Lightweight title will be live on main event available on Kayo and Foxtel, Sunday the 5th of June. Pay-per-view available to order soon. Kambozos vs. Haney full press conference 2400 hours 15. The press conference got off to a friendly start, with Kambosos Jr. saying he had nothing but respect for Haney, but his rival to exception with the Australian's use of the word kid. Haney: "First off, I want to say I'm not a kid, stop calling me a kid. I'm a man and I will show him that in the ring. Respect me as a man." Kambozos Jr.: "Show me. Show me." Haney: "He can say he chose me, but that is not the truth. He was forced into this fight. He did not want to fight me. Up until he did not want to sign a contract. He did not choose me, he was forced into it. Kambozos Jr., you were chosen, boy. You were chosen. You were forced into this position." Haney: "I knew I could beat you. No matter what. I'll fight you in your backyard if I had to, and I'll show you." Kambozos: "I will destroy this kid." 243. It will be Kambozos Jr.'s first fight since 2017 in Australia, with up to 50,000 people set to pack into Melbourne's Marvel Stadium for the bout. "It is going to be an atmosphere like we have never seen," Eddie Maguire said while introducing the event. The Australian's latest win came against Teofimo Lopez, with Kambozos Jr. returning back to Australia as the WBO, WBA, IBF, and the Ring Lightweight champion. Kambozos Jr. also won the WBC franchise title from Lopez with his win last year. Haney, the WBC lightweight title holder, will represent a tough test for Kambozos Jr., boasting a 27-0 record as a professional and coming off breakthrough wins over Jorge Linares and Joseph Diaz Jr. last year. George Kambosos will face Devin Haney. Source: supplied. Haney described the fight with Kambozos Jr. as a dream come true at Friday's press conference. "This is the biggest fight of the year by far. There will be a king of the lightweight, and it will be me," he added. Top Rank CEO Bob Arum revealed he is hoping to have Australian brothers Andrew and Jason Milley on the undercard, although those fights have not been locked in yet. "George showed me a lot more ability than I thought he had, and now it is appropriate we match George with a fighter who will give him a tremendous battle," he said at Friday's press conference. George Kambosos Jr. will face Devin Haney. Source: Haney is a phenomenon. He is one of, if not the leading lightweight in the world. You're going to see the best of American boxing when you watch Devin Haney. I can't wait for June 5th. We hope to have the Milley brothers on the card. Kambozos Jr. was initially supposed to fight Vasyl Lomachenko in the first defense of his title, but the Ukrainian had to withdraw from negotiations to defend his home country. The Australian has said that Lomachenko was his preferred option, but he would settle for destroying Haney instead. "He's going to drown. Simple as that," Kambozos Jr. told Fox Sports News this week. "He's going to drown. To come back home, fight in front of 60,000 people, you better believe I will turn up and drown this kid." Did that expose the vulnerability? 036. "I'm relentless, ruthless, and will destroy this kid. I will damage him where he will never want to fight again. He will never want to go near a boxing ring again." Many of his first 18 fights were in Mexico. "It's like having amateur fights, really, not even. I've been into the lion's den and beat the best of the best. I've been studying all these guys, so I've got notepads and know exactly what I need to do to win this fight." Kambozos Jr. will be offered the chance at a rematch against Haney should he lose the fight in June. But for now, the focus is on June's fight as Kambosos Jr returns home to Australia for the first time in 5 years. While another fight in Sydney may be on the cards, Kambosos Jr wanted the first fight in Melbourne for the atmosphere that comes with fighting under a closed roof. "It is good to be back home," he said at Friday's press conference. "5 years I've been on the road, 5 years I've been doing it tough, doubted by many. I knew one day I would step into this stadium and collecting that other belt.